Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone over here. I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. In this lecture, today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is the importance of listening in language learning components, skills, and classroom challenges. It's a topic of TEFL course code 5659, the language skills 1. So, students, without wasting time, we start the answer. First of all, we are going to discuss its introduction in a very easy language. I'm sure you will like the stuff that is being given to you in a very easy language. Listening is one of the most important skills in learning any language. It is the first skill we use as babies long before we learn to speak, read, or write. Good listening helps us understand what others are saying, respond correctly, and learn how the language is used in real life. Despite being so important, listening is often not given the attention it deserves in many language classrooms. In this lecture, we will look at the components of listening, the difference between discrete and global listening skills, and the reasons why listening is often neglected in language teaching. Now we are going to discuss what are the components of listenings. Listening is not just hearing sounds. It includes several steps that help us understand the full message. The main components are: number one, hearing sound. So what is hearing sound? It is recognizing the words and sound that are being spoken. When we say hearing sound, it means to say that we have to recognize the words and the sounds that someone is speaking. And the second component is understanding meaning. We not only have to recognize the words, we have to understand the meaning, knowing what those words and sentences mean. Third component, remembering information. Keeping important information in your mind while listening. When you are listening, you must get the information that you are listening to. You have to remember that information. Interpreting tone and emotions. Understanding the speaker mood, feelings, and attitude. When somebody is speaking and you are listening, you have to understand, you have to get the mood, the feelings, and attitude of that speaker. Responding properly, after listening, you should be able to respond, you should be able to answer in a very proper way based on what you have just heard. So these were the five components. Number one, hearing sound, understanding meaning, remembering information, interpreting tone and emotion, responding properly. So these are the components of listening. Now we are going to discuss the difference between discrete and global listenings, and we will discuss that point with proper example. First of all, uh, we are going to define what is discrete listening skills. Discrete listening skills are the skills which focus on small parts of language, very small. For example, a student listen to a sentence and find the verb in past tense. So this is the small part that uh, that a student listen to a sentence and finds the verb in the past tense. This is the small part of the language. The listener practices understanding grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. The listener have a drill that the listener is able to understand grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. So that is what we call discrete listening, in which we focus on small parts of the language. And what is global listening skills? Global listening skills are the skills which focus on overall meaning, not on small parts. Overall meaning or the purpose of the message. The listener tries to understand the general idea, theme, or message. In the discrete listening skill, there were three things: grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. But here is it is general, it is overall, general idea, theme, or message. The reader, the listener is able, the listener tries to understand the general idea, theme, or message. For example, listening to a story about a lost pet. If you are listening to a story about the lost pet and answering, and you have to answer. So, what is the main idea? So, what will you answer? The story is about helping others and being kind. Why and how listening is neglected in our classrooms? You know well that in Pakistan, our schools, especially Urdu medium schools and the government schools, listening is the most neglected area. There are so many reasons why listening is being neglected in public sector schools as well as in Urdu medium school. There are so many reasons, reasons of proper not having equipment and so many other reasons, lack of trained teachers. We are going to discuss that. Even though listening comes naturally and is the foundation of learning a language, it is often ignored in many schools. Some common reasons include focus on exam. You know, our curriculum, our syllabus is not compiled, is not developed in such a way that it develop the listening or the other skills in the students. Rather, it has been our exams doesn't require the production or the development of these skill. Everything is based on cramming. So the focus is on exams, not on the development of the skills. Lack of equipment in our school, there are no proper equipment for listenings. Like there are no language labs, audio video system in our schools where the students should practice. Large class sizes, so many students are there, like 40, 50, 60. So it is difficult to give attention in to individual student in order to develop listening skills in a proper way. Teacher training issues. Teachers are not properly trained. They lack training. They are not being trained in the area of pronunciation, in the area of listening. So this is what happening. Uh, so let's conclude this topic. To learn a language well, student must be good listeners. Somebody said that listening leads to speaking. If you are a good listener, you will be a good speaker. If you're not a good listener, you can never be a good speaker. So, for proper speaking, you must be able to listen properly. Listening helps in learning how words are used, how people talk in real life, and how to respond properly. Discrete and global listening are both important and should be practiced in the classroom. Unfortunately, listening is often neglected, ignored due to lack of focus, training, and equipment. Teachers and schools should try to include more listening activities so that students can become confident and skilled language user. I'm sure, student, that you have uh, get that you have got a proper idea of the question and you have understood it very well, because I have tried my level best to teach you the stuff, the material, the topic in a very easy way. I request all of you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your opinion about that topic. I will keep on uploading the videos on all the topics. Thank you very much.